So like we already said that a string would be comprising only terminals. So they are from sigma basically, correct? So whenever we are dealing with a string, so if I can start from the start variable, I go on by considering the different productions. So I keep replacing occurrence of every variable, and then I conclude towards the end like by saying, okay, I don't find any variable now. So let me stop that construction, and then whatever I am going to get would be what? A string. So I'm going to collect such all strings. Now, but what exactly happens when we do talk about derivation? So say like in this case, we always saw in this example as well as what are the example that I took earlier. I always saw one variable toward right. Okay, with other terminals. So what happens if I have say grammar G, okay, with variables to be SAB, for example, sigma to be AB. Okay, then I am going to have production set and my start variable is yes. So where P equal to now my production set S gives A, B. Now in here you will be saying that I am having two variables because right side we don't care what is there, but sometimes we do really worry about this. What would be the left side? So right now I'm talking about only a single variable in this case. So if I go along, so let us say S gives epsilon, S gives A, and S gives BB. Suppose this is my production set. Fine. Similarly for A, I have A, B, A, B, and for B, I am having B, A, B, or A. Now let me start deriving the string. So first string I would be getting is S gives epsilon. Correct? Because I do have direct production. Now this S is not occurring at right side, so I have not too much worry about. So this would be used only once. Now next production is S gives A, B. Now let me replace this A by small b. So you can do what? You can replace A by B and this B by A. So you would be getting what? A, B, A. But you don't write in this case. What I did was I replaced every occurrence of a variable directly. That's why I could get this. But then I definitely skipped one stage, like where I could have said I am going to replace only one of them. So how can I reach to this? So either suppose if I go with this, one mechanism is what? I replaced like this, and this I have replaced like this. Other case is what? I got this. I replaced this B by A, and then I am replacing this. So is there any difference between both the solutions, both the derivations? Can you point out that difference between both the derivations? Yes, please. Can you differentiate here? Both of them are giving me same string, correct? ABA. And I know I can derive this string, but ultimately, what is the difference here in the both the stages?
Steps are different.
Steps are different. Now steps in the sense, what are the variable that you are picking for replacement, correct? Is different here. So I started with this variable. Here I started with the other variable. The right one. Here I am talking about leftmost variable. Here I am talking about rightmost variable. Now suppose, let me go with this, like for example, A, B, then A, B, B, A, B, B, B. What I'm doing here, I'm replacing A by this, ABA, correct? Then I'm keeping this B as it is. Similarly, if I move further, I'm replacing this B by this, BAB. I got this, and I'm keeping this A as it is. These two A's are as it is. So I'm replacing only one word at a time. So let us say if I go here B. So if I add here B, B, A, B, A, B, 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 A. Now this B I'm putting as this. A, B, 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 A, B, B, B. Am I right? See this stage? Is this right? What I'm doing here at each stage, I'm replacing this A, I got this. I'm replacing this B, I got this. I'm replacing this A, I got this B. Correct? Then I replaced this B here, I got this. I replaced this A, I got this. Correct? So is this right? Can I say this is the derived, this is a string derived from S?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now can I get same string by using similar production? So let me try writing this. So if I write like this, so for example, A, B. Now what I did, I'm writing this A as it is. So I'm replacing this B by B. Correct. I kept this A as same. I am writing B. Correct. Now I'm adding A, B, A, B. Let me move further. So I got A. Then I am writing B, A, B, B. And this last A I am replacing as B. Okay, as this one. Correct. So check whether is this correct. Let me add screenshot for you as well. Ship print screen.
Yes, sir, it's correct.
Okay, you can check it. Now, if you see, are both the strings same? One can check A, B, 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 A, B, B, and this B. So Sim's solution is correct. Like both the mechanisms here, my steps are different. Or let me say like this: the choice of production for replacement or the choice of variable for replacement is different for me. In this case, I started always replacing the leftmost variable in the production set in the derivation. Can you see? I picked always leftmost variable. Here, this was the leftmost variable, so I picked it. Correct? So I replaced it by say this in this case. So I again, which was the leftmost variable B. So I replaced it by this. Again, I picked leftmost variable. I got this. Now I picked leftmost variable. I got this. I picked leftmost variable. I got this. So in this case, what I did, I picked rightmost variable. Can you see that? Correct. So now derivations are having two types. This is first type. This type is called as leftmost derivation. And this type, in this case, is called as rightmost derivation. Is that fine? So how exactly you will define these terminologies? Leftmost and rightmost?
Replace when we replace the leftmost non-terminal with what
Appropriate production value.
yeah
Correct?
yes. So that would be leftmost derivation, and when we replace the rightmost non-terminal with the production value, that
Correct.
would be rightmost.
So
Sir, I have a doubt.
yes.
Can we, in a single step, can we replace both non-terminals?
Okay. Now how like you will work with this? See, for example, if you are talking about an expression evaluation. Now, by the way, I'm taking this example because we have some mathematics students too, correct? So how you evaluate expression where all operations are there? Do you apply all operations together? Or you apply one operation at a time while
Right.
you are evaluating an expression.
One operation at a time.
Okay, let me ask the mathematics group rather. Okay, Shruti, you are from CS only, correct? So like, what is your opinion about this? Whether we go with leftmost or we go with rightmost? Yeah, she's from mathematics. Shruti, are you there? Shruti Birari.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how you evaluate an expression? Do you apply all operations at a time or one by one?
Sir, one by one operation we can apply.
Correct. You go. Like, you may be able to apply all operations together, but at a time you are going to consider one. Correct. Now in computer systems as well, like whenever you are talking about translating a code, it is not going to go with everything at a time. It will go line by line. Okay. It will go from left to right. It is going to read that string from left to right. Like for example, suppose whatever I'm typing in the chat window, probably I don't know whether will you be able to see. Like for example, while I type this thi, suppose I enter this, you may be able to see this word now in your chat, or maybe let me do that here as on a rough page. Yeah. So suppose if I have to write this is a model. Now will you write like this LEDOM? So you will say, okay, let me write like this LEDOM, but you don't like write like this, correct? So you are going to always process everything by left to right. Now, when you are going from left to right, ultimately you are going to pick one word by word. So you are going to see whether like this is a model. Now if I write this, what is this ledum? Do I have this word? Again, this would be a question. I may be able to write this, but ultimately which one would be easy for you?
The second one, model, would be.
Correct. Like you, this would be a best mechanism for you to read it this way, correct? Or write this way. But ultimately, do we write that way? Like for some peoples rather, they do start writing from right to left. But it is like this. This is a model. Correct? So like they know what is the mechanism that is to be applied. Okay, though they write in their own mother tongue rather, what are the language specific constraints that they are having. For example, in Afghanistan, if you see the students, like you are you don't have good luck rather because you could not find any foreigner in your class. But if there is any, ultimately, almost every time we used to see that, like in mathematics as well as in computer science, we used to see people from Afghanistan mainly, and they used to write in their own language, like their writing will start with this. And we always had a problem at the initial stage because some of them were not good in English, so they used to write in their own language only, and then it was a problem for us while evaluating their internals, and that's why it was made compulsory for them to you have to pass the English examination because our papers are to be evaluated by Indians. Now, until otherwise, we have to depute a person from Afghanistan to evaluate their paper. But again, how exactly? Because it would be encoding for us, correct? If you see the Persian language that they do write, Iran people say, for example, if you see they do write Persian language. So will you be able to understand that? It would be difficult. So you are going to go word by word, though you can read this use directly. Like if I write this is a model, you must have read all the words at a time because it is visible to you. But as in a computer system, you are going to go one by one. So it is always better you go one by one because how it will confront. Like for example, this is an assignment statement. On what basis you are going to say this? A equal to B is an assignment statement. In mathematics, we do write like, okay, for example, 3 plus 4 equal to 7. Correct, but in a computer, I have to write like this. Correct, because my mechanism is changing. So like even if I have to write this, so I like if there is a language like Lisp or Gopher, okay, sometimes they may have list processing kind of thing. So add 3, 4 kind of. So this is a list that they give, and this is like in data structure. Rather, I hope both of you, both the groups had a data structure course in their second semester. So at that time, you must have seen that this is infix, this is prefix. And most of the operations that we work out on a compiler basis, designing a programming language point of view, we go with this kind of mechanism only. Most of the things are operated on the basis of this. But we don't see that directly. Our mechanism is to only work with this 3 plus 4. We read this 3 plus 4. It is not like this plus 3, 4. But actually your program, what is the program that you write like this, for example, this would be translated like this only internally in the form of assembly instructions. So like there would be a syntax specifically. It would not be written in a bracket form. So that is the reason why you always pick the leftmost variable or a rightmost variable. Now your language particularly can choose what would be the best mechanism. So like I may give you a problem where you are asked to really work out with respect to, okay, can you give me leftmost and rightmost derivation for the example? Okay, so let me add a problem for you. I hope you understood leftmost and rightmost derivation.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So let us say this. Whatever you see here in these interim steps, this is my final step, correct? This is my final step where it resulted to a string. But what are the interim steps are? If you have to write this I'm going this whole thing that is occurring to us right side would be referred as sentential form. Whatever is not string, but it is part of derivation at any stage, any point of time, which is not a string, then this is referred as a sentential form. So you may have one step derivation like this is one step derivation where you concluded by saying this. Now in our earlier example, let me see if I have the pages. Yeah. So this S gives A for me is a leftmost, like sorry, a one step derivation. But whenever I'm going with more steps, so there might be n step derivation. That is the reason why. How can I write this? If at all I have to write this, I will write like this. S can derive in multiple steps. A, B, 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 A, B, B, B. So how I prove this? I can prove it this way or this way. Either of them. So I can say S derives this string. And if you keep collecting such strings, definitely like will it be finite? In such a case, it would not be finite, it would be infinite only. Correct? It would be infinite only. Now when it would be finite, suppose your grammar is like this. S gives A, B, B. Sorry. A gives B, B gives A. Now you have finite set. Why? What would be your possible strings? AB or BA. Correct? This would be the language. It will not have any other string at all because you have replacement here. A gives AB, B gives A, so BA. So you cannot have more than 2. But in this case, when I see this example, ultimately I can generate as many strings I want. So this language would be infinite. This language would be finite language. Only 2 strings in my set, rather. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Any query, question this time? So can somebody repeat for me what exactly we talked about a leftmost derivation?
So in leftmost derivation, when we uh, arrive at a sentential form by finding the production value of the leftmost non-terminal first, and then go towards right till we get the sentential form, that is leftmost derivation.
Okay, and rightmost?
Rightmost is the same thing, but we start replacing the non-terminal from right to left.
Okay, good. So like you are going to pick one variable at a time. You have to keep in mind this. Okay, always. Every time you are going to replace a variable, that should be one, no matter whether you are talking about leftmost or whether you are talking about rightmost. Fine. So let me give you one problem. Wait for a while. You can take pen and paper that I can add that example for you peoples, and then you can start. Okay, so by that time I will be adding that same thing rather on our page 2. Okay, on Moodle page as well, so that you can solve it. Let me open it. Please hold for a while. I'm adding that problem statement into chat window rather. Okay, so that you can work appropriately for the derivation. So you are expected to give me leftmost and rightmost derivation for the problem. So like if you want rather you can take screenshot of this till the time I'm working with it. Okay, let me also add it there. So let me take this screenshot. Shift. So rather I have added only I haven't given names to it. You can check it there. Okay. Let me find a proper problem statement for you. You have to find a string properly. Okay, where you can give me say what you can call it as leftmost and rightmost derivation if possible. For everything it may not be possible. Sometimes it would be rather. Now when I said this, ultimately every time you would be saying that almost every time you can get it. Like if you can come up with leftmost, definitely there is a rightmost available. Fine. Okay, so let me write it. So S gives A S B A B A B gives A, B. Okay. Now try to generate some string rather. Okay, let me see like how much big string you can get. So if I take BBA 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So try to see can you get length 5 string. Length to be 5. Try to generate a string from this problem. You can see if you can come up with a string with length to be 5 from this. Start. Have you got the problem? What is to be done? I have to generate a string with length 5 from here. Start variable is yes. Generate string with length 5. Okay, now what is expected there? You have to give both. Like when I said both, you have to give leftmost derivation and rightmost derivation. For that string. So you have to give leftmost as well as rightmost derivation for that string. Fine. So whatever, if you are done with it, you can share it on our WhatsApp group. Okay. I'm not adding that to in Moodle now today. So you have to add it in WhatsApp group.
Sir, is there some symbol or something to show that this is our derivation is leftmost derivation or rightmost?
So the way that I showed earlier, like you can point out like this. So we can easily understand when two variables are, which variable you are replacing here. It is directly telling us that this is leftmost and this is rightmost. Correct? This is leftmost and this is rightmost. How exactly one can define? Whenever I see two variables here, ultimately, which one you are replacing in the next stage? That will give me idea whether what you did, whether it is leftmost or rightmost. Fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Start it. I assume everyone is on in TCS group, so you can add your solutions there.